was with this one time where I was like, this is because things changed when I started to drive. I was
Mhm.
able to like go places more,
Yeah.
and like my parents weren't. They were like not around as much. Um, and we would hang out. A lot of my friends, like during that time, were neighbors. Like we all lived in the same
Yeah.
neighborhood, so we would like go to our friend's house that lives behind us, like a little bit, and we could all walk to each other's house. We would go like walk into the woods and go to Corey's and like
Mhm.
stuff, and like like teenager stuff.
Yeah.
For like Northern California, that was a very
Mhm.
common thing. It sounds like crazy in Southern California, like what woods,
Yeah.
You go to the woods and like you would just go walk and do stuff. You would walk to the gas station and I don't know, and get snacks or whatever. And so we would always go to this one's house because they had the most dysfunctional family. We just knew, like, everyone knew they could hang out there. Um,
Mm.
it was a single mom because the father suicided,
Oh, wow.
and so, the kids were definitely traumatized, but they were, like, our friends, like, we knew them since they were
Mhm.
young. I used to actually babysit them,
Mhm.
some of them, like, the younger siblings of
Yeah.
that family when they were, like, children,
Mhm.
and then they were, like, so we'd go over there, we'd hang out, whatever, we'd watch TV, play video games, whatever. Um, and then one day we all were like hanging out and we were like, there's nothing to do. And then I was like, oh, my parents are at this convention. I was like, we can go to my house. We went to my house. And I even remember like I wasn't a big drinker as a teenager. There was a point where Hank and I, and that friend I mentioned,
Mhm.
we would always just try to get our hands on alcohol, even though we didn't know anything about alcohol.
Mhm.
And so we had this friend's house who we rated, who like he's like, yeah, you can take whatever you want because his mom was like a flight attendant and never uses alcohol. So we
Mhm.
had all this alcohol and like I don't know, and I didn't really drink. I really remember I never drank, but my not even Hank really did. He did some. He liked beer even as a kid
Ew.
because he's German, and like I just remember like having alcohol and like um we were at the house and then I was upstairs and I just remember one of my friends running up to my room and being like, "Your parents are home. Your parents are home. Your parents are home." I was like, "What? Like, did they see you?" And he's like, "Yeah, they no, I don't think so. They walked in the door and then I looked at him and then I ran up." And then I was like,
Oh,
"So they
no.
saw you." So I remember being like, "Start, start, start," and then they all ran into my bathroom, which is like a Jack and Jill bathroom, to like one of the connecting rooms, and they were all hiding in there. And I like walked out over to the balcony of like the stairwell, and they were just standing there staring at me, and I was like, "Should I send all my friends home?" And they were like, "Yeah." I was like, "Grounded?" Yeah. And then
Oh
like
my
I just
god.
remember like I just remember they like came home early that day because they decided they weren't gonna stick around for the rest of the day, and that's how I got caught. And then I remember my friend Michael, he literally had a whole bottle of I'm pretty sure it's like pineapple vodka. That's what it's in my head as.
Amsterdam?
Yeah, some shit like
Yeah.
that. And he like literally
That's what I used
he
to drink.
stuck it in his pants
Oh,
like,
no.
like as if he had like a schlong like in his leg. I just remember him walking out and then being like, "Please don't see that. Please don't see that. Please don't see that." And they didn't see it and they like got away. And then I literally was like, "All right, guys, I'll text you in 3 months,"
Oh
as
my
they
god.
left. And I was like grounded for like a month. I would always do something so big that I would go like 9 months without getting in trouble, and then I'd get in trouble for like a month.